higher income people earned that we didn't take into account, and we're distributing it to the lower income people who really need it. People with incomes below $30,000 a year will get this $600 credit, and that's going to go to both citizens and undocumented residents. So the point here is that we, my colleagues and I, just really want to help you who are on the call today. And that's why we're doing this. And it's income redistribution. And I hope we do more of it in the future. Thanks very much.
Thank you for your words, Assembly Member. And I just wanted to say how really lucky we are to have these three champions of the California Earned Income Tax Credit here with us today. Next, we'll move to our presentation. Our presenter today is Amy Everett, President of Golden State Opportunity, or GSO. GSO is a nonprofit dedicated to ending poverty and has been a leader on California Earned Income Tax Credit outreach. Please welcome Amy Everett.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for taking time out of your day to join us. I want to especially thank Senator Bob Wieckowski, Assemblymember Bill Quirk, and Assemblymember Lee for joining us today and for bringing all of you together. They are all really spot on when they talk about the urgent need to take the money that is available in the CalEITC and the stimulus and get it into your pockets as quickly as possible. So we're going to shift here into presentation mode in 1 second, and I will start. Terrific, thank you. Okay, so what we're going to focus on today is really how you can get your credits and what they, how to estimate your credits, how to claim your credits, and where to find help filing your credits. The credits are money that you've actually already earned by paying your taxes. So this is sort of money coming back to you that you have earned. So what is a tax credit and how does it work? A tax credit is a reduction in the amount of taxes that you owe. Some credits are refundable. So when you owe $0 in taxes, you get these full credits as a refund. For example, if you owe $350 on your taxes and you qualify for the $1,000 young child tax credit, you would get back $650. So these are all ways that are designed to put money back in your pocket. And it's important to understand that there are two different EITCs. There is a state California Earned Income Tax Credit, and there is a federal Earned Income Tax Credit, and they have different parameters. But if you are a low income and you work, you may qualify for both of these. Again, they are both refundable or reduce the taxes that you owe. And as I said, right, tax credits help put more money in your wallet. And they have been around since 1975 at the federal level and only for 5 years at the state level. But research has found that when families receive the Earned Income Tax Credit, babies are healthier, newborns weigh more, and infant mortality rates decrease. Kids will stay in school longer and do better on tests. And college becomes an option with more kids likely to go to college and families having the help to pay for it. So the implications and the impact of receiving these credits is amazing. And I'll just stop for 1 second and explain. GSO was founded by somebody who was raised by a single mom who struggled financially. They lost their home. And it was the Earned Income Tax Credit that really got them through those tough times. And he went on to be very successful and actually founded Golden State Opportunity. So it really does work. Okay, so who qualifies for the Earned Income Tax Credit? We're going to first focus on the FederalEITC, the refundable credit available to families and individuals. The requirements for the federal taxpayer, you have to be a taxpayer and all qualifying children must have a Social Security number. hold your concerns if you have an ITIN number, because California has a different requirement here. You, for the federal, you have to have lived in the US for more than half of the tax year, 6 months. You must be a US citizen or a resident alien all year. And you must be 25 to 64 years old or have over 18 with children and have an earned income within those yearly limits. Now, something to point out that if your filing status is married and filing separately, you will not qualify for the earned income tax credit. So is there an income limit? Yes, there is. And it depends on your family size and status. And one other thing, and I'll get into the qualifying, but one thing to understand is that if you have investment income, it cannot exceed $3,650 for your investment income. In terms of your income, if you are single, head of household, or widowed, and you have no children, the income limit is $15,820. If you have one child, it is $41,756. If you have two children, it is $47,440. And if you have three children, the upper income limit is $50,954. If you're married and filing jointly, if you have none, one, two, or three children, the amounts are there as well, and they are more. This is really a credit that is designed not only to help single workers without children, but really also when you have kids to really provide a boost. Now, there are different types of earned income, and I want to spend a moment talking about what qualifies as earned income. First, wages, salary, or tips where the federal income taxes are withheld. Income from a job where your employee didn't withhold taxes, such as gig economy work, like if you drive a car for booked rides or deliveries, you're running errands or doing tasks, you're selling goods online, you're providing creative or professional services, providing other temporary on-demand freelance work. All of that qualifies as earned income. If you made money from self-employment, you also qualify as earned income. If you own or operate a business or a farm, if you are a minister, a member of a religious order, or a statutory employee and have income. California does not tax unemployment benefits, and they don't count as earned income. So those are important notes about what is earned income. And let me focus for a minute about what is not earned income. Earned income does not include pay you got for work when you were an inmate or in a penal institution, interest and dividends, pensions or annuities, Social Security, unemployment benefits, or alimony. Child support and other categories that include benefits from a union strike, certain disability benefits that you get before the minimum wage, and non-taxable combat pay are also not earned, or do not qualify for the earned income tax credit. Okay, so what is the maximum you could get back based on those qualifying income levels depending on children? The maximum you can get with 3 or more qualifying children is $6,660. With 2 children, you'd have $5,920, and 1 qualifying child would be $3,584. And with no qualifying children, it would be $538 for the 2020 tax year. These numbers are different for next year. And who qualifies for the California earned income tax credit? So we just did the federal. This is the state, and it's a little bit different. It is the same kind of tax credit available to families and individuals as a refundable credit. You have to have earned less than $30,000 a year, regardless of dependents. And you have to have lived in California for more than half the year, so over 6 months, and you have to be over 18. So it doesn't have the same age limits as the federal one. And so here you can see the income isn't, the income is the same income no matter what, unlike the federal one. But when you have different children, different numbers of children, you can qualify for up to $243 if you have no children, $1,626 if you have one, $2,691 if you have 2, and if you have 3 children, it's about $3,000 that you could get back. The CalEITC and the Young Child Tax Credit, that's what YCTC, they can provide you for what matters most. So if you qualify for the CalEITC and you have a child under the age of 6, you are eligible for the young child tax credit, and that could be up to $1,000. At the federal level, so at the state level, it's six years old. At the federal level, there's a child tax credit that can help with the cost of raising kids. And there it's any qualifying child under 17, you could qualify for up to $2,000 per child. And of that, up to $1,400 is refundable. So new things for the 2020 tax year in California is that if you don't have a social security number, it's no problem. We are one of only 2 states that provides the earned income tax credit to ITIN holders, individual taxpayer identification numbers. And this includes undocumented workers. They may now qualify for the CalEITC and the young child tax credit. So a note is that ITIN holders only qualify for CalEITC in the California, not the federal. New at the federal level, I mentioned this earlier, is that the first $10,200 of unemployment insurance won't be taxed. The American Rescue Plan made that first $10,200 of unemployment tax exempt, which means you could owe a lot less, and the IRS will be reviewing returns and sending out refunds. If you've already filed, you will be able to get that money back. And as Senator Wachowski and others were mentioning, we passed the Golden State stimulus, and we're really excited about some of the changes here. Because if you qualify for the California Earned Income Tax Credit, you may also qualify for the $600 or $1,200 from the Golden State Stimulus Program. So how would you qualify for the stimulus, and how would you get these CalEITC or the EITC refunds? You have to file your taxes, your 2020 taxes. You have to either be a CalEITC recipient or an ITIN filer who made $75,000 or less in a total California adjusted gross income. So let me be really clear here. If you are eligible for the CalEITC, you will receive a $600 stimulus check. If you are an ITIN filer who qualifies and claims a CalEITC, you will get a $600 stimulus check. And we extended that up to $75,000 for ITIN holders will also get a $600 check. And that is because ITIN holders have been left out of so many of the federal programs that we wanted to find a way to make it up for folks in California. Okay, so how do you claim these credits? How do you actually go about getting the stimulus checks and claiming these credits? You must file your taxes, but don't worry, we can help. So we're going to go over to our website in a second. And at the CalEITCforme.org website, you're going to find information. You're going to use a calculator to estimate your tax credits and find tax-free tax prep help online. So we're going to head into our website and give you an example of that. Give us a second while we technically switch over to the live website. Okay. So this is how you can find out how much you get back. You can go here and you will see that you enter a language. We'll use English. We're going to put in that our income is $28,000 a year. I'm going to select that I'm married and filing jointly, and that I have 1 child. And if you have any questions, you can see the orange question mark. You can just go there and it'll help answer them. And so then we select who we are, that we qualify, right? Remember the requirements that I mentioned earlier. And we're going to get our estimated EITC, CalEITC. So with these calculations, you would be receiving a $50 California Earned Income Tax Credit and a $3,000 federal tax income credit and a $400 Young Child Tax Credit. which is great. Now, one of the other questions is, how do you file your taxes? So this is really important that if you qualify for the EITC, either the federal or the state, you are entitled to get your taxes done for free. And on our website, we have 3 different ways to help you access programs to help you get your taxes done. First is on a file on your own with Free File. You can file with help from an IRS trained volunteer, or you can find an in-person or drop-off tax location that is practicing safe COVID standards. Let's look at one of these for if you get help. Okay, so we partner with an organization, Code for America, for the Get Your Refund. And the Get Your Refund, you're going to be asked a few questions, and then you're going to upload your documents. This is all really secure. And somebody is going to review them and set up a call with you to finish your taxes. And then your return will be reviewed by 2 different experts and make sure that everything is correct. And that is how you do the Get Your Refund. You upload all of your documents, they review it, they call you and review it, and then it is all done electronically. And this is where your taxes are done for you. But there's also other ways to get your taxes done. You can do them on your own with a program called Free File. So these are programs that are offered by, different companies like Intuit and TurboTax or H&R Block, where they have programs that you are going to be able to do your taxes for free. Now, if you're like me, taxes may seem really daunting to do, but I have used these services and they make it really easy to use. And you're saving yourself the money. The average amount to file a 1040 is like $300. And we don't want your tax credits or your stimulus going to pay for your taxes. So using these programs is actually really simple. You can just go to our website, it'll take you right here, or you can go directly to the IRS website. Now we're going back to our presentation. So as I was saying, we really encourage everybody to get your taxes online for free with a tax preparer. That's your Get Your Refund, or go to the Free File, or go to our website to find an in-person service that will help you. I will say that they are really, a lot of those services are booked up with appointments, and we're really encouraging people to go and get their taxes done on your own, online, or through Get Your Refund with a tax preparer. Anyway, so that is our presentation. I'm happy to answer questions about how to file your taxes, or more information about what your earned income tax credit refunds could be, or about the stimulus. Thank you.
Amy, that was a great presentation. Thank you so much. I think myself and a lot of us really learned a lot. And okay, folks, now we're going to move to our question and answer session. We've had several questions submitted, so let's get right to them. Most of these questions are directed towards the Golden State Opportunity, but if the senator and the assembly members would like to chime in, they are welcome to do so. Let's see here. The first question, how do people who are on SSI and non-filers of federal income taxes make sure they receive the Golden State stimulus?
So I'm going to sound like a broken record for a lot of this, but you need to file, even non-filers should file their California tax return to claim the Golden State stimulus. Households enrolled in the CalWorks program and recipients of SSI and SSP and cash assistance programs for immigrants will also receive a $600 payment through those programs, separate from the stimulus payments. Grant payments for CalWorks households are expected by mid-April. Timing for the delivery of SSI and SSP and CAP-I grants is currently under discussion at the federal level. But if you qualify for the earned income tax credit, or you're not part of one of those programs, file your taxes to make sure that you get it.
And Amy, I think you might have answered this, but I just saw another question. The person was just wondering if they had to file income tax if they only had $11,796 as income in 2020.
Yeah, I mean, this is the trick about the earned income tax credit is that a lot of folks don't make enough money to be required to file their tax returns. But that means you're really eligible to get this refund and claim your credit. So again, even if you make $11,000 or less, still file your tax return, your 2020 tax return, so that you can receive the earned income tax refund and the stimulus payment.
And you know, as you've noticed, we do have interpretations service available for this webinar, but somebody was asking if this information for this presentation will be made available in Spanish.
Absolutely. For more information, please visit the CalEITC The entire website is available in Spanish, and that calculator is actually available in 13 different languages.
And I see another question is, what if I filed my 2020 taxes early and got my refund already? How will I get my stimulus?
You will, congratulations on getting your taxes done early, and it will automatically be mailed to you in a separate check or a direct deposit. So the state will already have a record of you receiving the CalEITC and will automatically deliver you your stimulus payment.
And I saw this question, and I know a lot of folks were asking this regarding the federal stimulus, but is there somewhere people can check online to see if their Golden State stimulus has been sent?
I wish that you could, but the answer is unfortunately no. The state has said for direct deposit, it could take up to 45 days, and for paper checks, it could be as up to 60 days.
Thank you for clarifying. Do I really have to file my taxes to get the Golden State stimulus? Isn't there some other way?
A requirement of the Golden State stimulus is that you have filed your 2020 taxes. There are other payments for people with SSI and SSD or on CalWorks who receive CAPI, but they will hear from those programs directly. If you're not a part of those programs, in order to get your stimulus payment, you have to file your taxes.
One other person writes, what if I file with an ITIN? Are they eligible?
Absolutely. For the first time. So, you know, if previously you were filed with an ITIN and you didn't get it, can do it this year because you will be eligible for it. You will not qualify for the federal EITC, but you will be eligible for the state EITC and the expanded income requirements around it, specifically for ITIN holders.
And Amy, you did mention this towards the end of your presentation, but just to reiterate, how can people get help to file their taxes?
Yeah, go to CalEITCforme.org. You saw when we were doing the presentation that you can just click how to get my taxes done, and there are 3 different options. And so I just encourage you to use those. People go to a paid preparer, but you don't have to, because you meet the income eligibility for getting your taxes done for free. And so on our website, we have a lot of options for helping you get your taxes done for free and for doing them yourself. And I will just share with everybody, right? So here, both of my parents were accountants. My birthday is April 15th, and I'm still scared of doing my taxes. But when I did them online for the first time a few years ago, it was super simple, super easy. And I thought, why have I been spending all this money having somebody else do my taxes? I know I was scared about making a mistake, but there's a lot of help in these programs to make sure you don't make a mistake. So I really encourage you to do your taxes, and don't forget that you have now until May 17th to get your taxes done.
Well, thanks for the reminder about the extension of the deadline. GSO team, were there any other questions that were submitted by the audience?
We're seeing lots of questions in the chat at the moment. Most of them are information that we've covered. And so we're checking to see if there are some others. We've got a lot of folks on the line and lots of folks have questions. Most of these have been covered and Angelica is answering others. What we can do if there's anything that pops up that we did not cover is we're happy to add some more information to the websites and to the post email that will go out to make sure that we get everybody's questions answered.
Yeah, with such a large audience, we got a lot of good questions. So thank you to the Golden State Opportunity staff for following up with those. Thanks again for your questions. Like I said, we've learned so much today. Before we conclude, I did want to turn it back to Senator Wieckowski for any closing remarks.
Well, thank you, Andre. And I want to double check that everybody knows that the EITC refund is for a tax refund. The money that you might get from CalWorks, or if you're cash assistant programs for immigrants, is different money. It's different from the $600 that you got from the federal government or the $1,400 that you may get from the federal government. So there's a lot of numbers going on. This is the earned income tax credit, which makes you eligible for the stimulus program on top of it. So if you didn't learn anything from this this seminar, file your taxes. That's the one takeaway that we're begging you, is that file your taxes, because all these, we're trying to help out the neediest folks, the people that need that stimulus. So I appreciate everybody that got on. I'm overwhelmed at the participant level, and thank you, Golden State Opportunities, for coming through. And file your taxes, file your taxes, file your taxes. It's May 17th. Bill?
Just wanted to thank Golden State Opportunity, my two colleagues, Senator Wieckowski and Assemblymember Lee. And thanks for everyone who paid attention and tuned into this. And again, one of the most important things here is that there is money for people who are not yet citizens. And this is the only way to get some money. You deserve it. And the state of California is in so many ways going to protect you. So don't be worried about filing. We will get you the money, and we will keep any information away from the federal government. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Again, just to reiterate what the Assembly member and the Senator said, and Amy, a reminder, hashtag file your taxes. Please reach out to us if you have any additional questions. There will be information given for the Golden State Opportunity, as well as the legislative offices, to reach us if you have questions, not only regarding the Golden State stimulus and the earned income tax credit, but other questions about state agencies as well regarding taxes. So again, thank you so much, and have a wonderful weekend.